Welcome to New Hope Mechanical. Whatever I learn, I share here. For our new employees or students finished their studies and come to work, they have to easily understand and learn our technical skills. So at first, I introduce myself. I am Mutturaj Rajudurai from Tamil Nadu. Friends, today I am discussing about web sling or webbing slings. Most of industries we are using for lifting purposes in lifting or lowering moving loads by EOT crane. Most of them we are using these web slings. You can see the image. These web slings have some color. They have to 8 types of web slings. Mostly we are using in industries. They have to color. They identified. You see the first 1 ton sling. It's like this violet color, 2 ton, this is green color, 3 ton is yellow color, 4 ton and 5 ton, the respective colors we can see here. So in industries, normally we have to lift the load. If the load is maybe 500 kilogram, we can use the 1 ton sling. If the load is 1 ton or 1.3 ton, we can use 2 ton sling. This is coming to green color. So we have to select first the web sling as per the weight or load of the equipment or of the material, and the length of the web sling also we have to select. If the material or load may be small, the size, the shape is small, we can use the 1 ton 1 meter, the example 1 ton 1 meter sling. If the size is big, maybe this is only 500 kilogram pipe, but the pipe length is big. Big means the length more than 2 meter. Then we cannot use 1 ton 1 meter. Then we have to assume or we have to identify the correct size of the web sling. That depend upon the size and weight. So at first, if you are a new employee, you have to authorized before you use that EOT crane and web slings. At basic knowledge, you have to know which size of web sling we have to use and which capacity is there. So estimate the load first, and after that you have to calculate the shape and sizes, length, everything. Then you use the web slings. So the basic knowledge we have to know. This one 1 ton, 2 ton, 3 ton. These slings, which is color, it will identify the standard colors. So you can know the another thing also. You see the yellow color where my pointer coming. This area has 3 stitching there. It means this is 3 ton. You see the green color web sling here, 2 stitching color. The green color stitching is inbuilt there. This is 2 ton web sling. At the same way, in every slings we have the stitching inside coming. You see here 5 slings, 5 ton. 5 stitching is there. This one 5 ton web sling. So we have to know the load how much and the shape, which capacity of sling we have to use. Next, the most of time we cannot use the sling directly. We need D cycle and bow cycle. Currently, too much employees has confusion about the both cycles. You see the D cycle coming with that D shape. Okay, D shape. Here it has the thread inside has the thread. The bolt also has the thread, the same pitch. Once we have to use before you inspect this one, any bend, any worn out, any tear, any thread damage, you check it. Is it good condition? Then we are going to use. The same way, this is bow cycle, the different shape. So most of us industries using bow cycles and D-cycle both. So before use, you inspect it and check the color code. The industries has following some color codes. They already coded that D-cycle, that circumference area. Then we have to use it. You see the image. Why this sling we used with the bow cycle, but the area you see that plate here, the corner, this area has some sharp edges. So we use the sleeve or some packings to protect the web sling. This is the way we have to use the web sling. So always follow this web sling. This you see the eye web sling eye area. This one is correct. Once we using the eye area, the open area, we have to put the D cycle or bow cycles bolt is here. Don't put like this. it is not safe. So the first image is good, the second image is wrong. So lifting equipments in industrial, all of us we know what is lifting equipments, but if someone asking, we cannot explain. So I give simple definition of lifting equipment. Lifting equipment refers to machines, tools or devices that are used to raise, lower or move heavy load safely and efficiently. It's not very big. We already know lifting equipment means we have to use for lifting or lowering or moving the load by machine or by tool by devices anything. So example, cranes, the moving cranes also lifting equipment, the EOT crane like that, hoist and forklifts also one of the mobile equipment for moving lifting equipment. Lifting chain, slings, hooks are all under lifting equipments. It means webbing sling, chain sling, rope sling, hooks, D-cycle, bow cycles, it all under lifting equipments. Next, key features of web slings. Material. We need to know some details of the web sling. If you are going to use, we need to know the basic things of the web slings. So made from durable synthetic fabrics, that means polyester or nylon that resist wear and tear. So the most of web slings material is synthetic fabrics or polyester and nylon. It easy to it is not easy to resist or wear and tear. It's very hard material. So flexibility, lightweight and easy to handle compared to chain or wire rope slings. If you compare to chain or wire rope sling, it's heavy, but our webbing slings is very easy and handle with everyone can easily use that one because the lightweight and load protection. Soft surface prevents damage to delicate or finished loads, unlike metal slings. If you use the metal slings, if you are loading the soft material like plastic materials, it has to damage of the surface. But if you use webbing slings, it's very soft. That's why it's not going to damage of the surface for which one we are going to lifting or moving. Strength. Designed to lift heavy items such as steel beams, machinery, or equipment in construction, manufacturing, and shipping industries. So the web slings it's also very strong material we can use for variety of purposes. Safety standards. High quality web slings meet OSHA, ASME B30.9 and WSTDA safety and regulations. It's also following all safety measures. So next we are going to see the advantages of the web slings. Lightweight, portable, non-abrasive, cost-effective, versatile. So it means easy to carry and position anywhere, protects the load from scratches or dents, and less expensive than wire rope or chain slings, can be used in vertical, choker or basket hitch configuration. So if you are going to use the webbing slings or web slings, it's very lightweight, portable, we can carry and take it in anywhere because the weight. If you compare to the chain sling, the web sling is very low weight and non-abrasive. It is not going to damage the surface of the material which you are going to lift. Cost effective compared to the wire rope or chain rope or chain sling, it's very cheapest rate and we can use in any position and anywhere, choker or basket type or vertical or horizontal, we can use it any position. This is advantage of web slings. So safety consideration, at first we are going to use, we need to check regularly the cuts, fraying or chemical damage. You have to see by visually any cuts, any fraying or any worn out, any damage. And next one, we have to check the color coding. Too many of the industries following this standard color coding system. So the chain slings has a seal or tag number. There maybe they paint the color, the current color. So we have to check the color coding. If the color coding is not matched to the current time or current year, you have to inform the supervisor and take the proper safety measures. So damage indicators. If anything you have to see the visually if something damaged, the layer is worn out or the what we call the web sling surfaces, the worn out or some tear and cut. If anything is, we have to reject it. Don't use it. So edge protection. When we are going to use or lift or moving any load, the load has the sharp edge or some corner, we have to use the soft packings or sleeves for safe use on the webbing slings. So some basic types of the web slings type we have to use in industries. I think we have five types of web slings. The first type triangle and choker fittings. So one end has a triangle fitting, the other a slotted triangle choker fitting. So this one suitable for using vertical or basket choker hitches, common in general lifting where versatility is needed. So somewhere we have to use vertical lifting, somewhere we have to use the basket type. So those area we have to use the this first type. The second type triangle fittings both ends. So both ends has the triangle fittings. Suitable for vertical load, not for choker. We cannot choke this one. So often used for loads carrying loads balanced lifting. We have to use the balanced lifting. It means two sling we have to use by balanced. So that time we are this suitable for type 2. Type 3 flat eye and eye sling. Flat loops eye on each end aligned with the sling body also called double eye sling. So this double eye sling also most of the industries are using. I saw in my previous experience also. So once I slide the images, you have to understand which type is this under this those three type. So type 4 twisted eye sling similar to type 3 but eyes are twisted at 90-degree to the sling body. So provides better handling and reduces wear when used in choker hitches. Friends, this type 4 this is a very important to most of the industries using this type twisted eye web sling. So we call web sling, but the particular name is twisted eye web sling. We have to understand the name, we have to memorize that one. So once we are in industry, basically we are using this type of eye sling because the load carrying capacity and we can choke easily. So we are using this type of web sling. Once I slide the images, we can easily understand. So the fifth type endless sling and groomlet. It means the continuous loop formed in the splicing ends together. Extremely versatile, can be used in all hitch types, ideal for rotating wear points to extend sling life. This type also we are using, we are handling the heavy loads. That time we can use the endless sling. When I slide the image, you can see that one. So see this one, type 1, triangle choker fittings. I already inform you. We can choke this one. This part can go this area. So we can choke this one. It's a smaller load we can carry by its type of type. So next type triangle fittings both ends. Both area we have the triangle fitting. We cannot choke this one. Directly we put the D cycle. We can use this. You see this one plot I type 3, this one type 4 twisted I. This is the one I told. Most of industries we are using this type, this type 4. Normally we call this one web sling, but this original name twisted I web sling. You can see here the load carrying capacity and which type of web sling is there. All details they are mentioned, manufacturer mentioned here. Okay. So this one also type number 5 endless sling. Most of us industries we have to use this one because we can use this type of sling in any position we can use. You see the color code also you see here. This one violet, green, yellow or red, orange. Any color we can use. They mention the load and the manufacturer tag you see here. They mention all details. We can find out here. Safe working load, capacity, which one we can use all details we can find out this area. Thank you, friends. So we coming the end of the session. This session, I think we are useful. We are useful ideas we are shared here. So those are new. We have to easily understand the color of the web slings and how to use before use, what safety measures we have to take, and the finally which slings are suitable for our industries and how to use it. All of the basic things I said here. Thank you, friends.